Hello, my name's Ricardo, and I'm going to be telling you guys what I did, well, in the final day of Careers Week, really. So let's begin. So for the final day for Careers Week, we had Nadia, and she basically taught us about like movement, basically, because like she's not only a movement teacher, she teaches, directs all a bunches of different things, really, and agent wise as well. She's an agent, so she wanted to just taught us all about movement. So for starters, we all go into a circle. We basically imagine we were on like a board that was, but yeah, we're on a board, okay? So we're all in a circle. The aim is to balance the board because if it's not balanced, then we fall and then we lose. So some people will go in the middle, and well, one person will go in the middle, and then if one person's in the middle, that means someone else has to go in the middle. So we equally balance out the board, and someone is the disruptor. So they will come on and they will try and make us lose our balance. And the aim of the game is to use your imagination and to try your best or try your hardest to not to make sure that the board is not bad. Well, to make sure the board is balanced. Because if it's not balanced, then no. I think the whole class kind of struggled on it because they weren't too sure like how to balance out. Because one moment someone will come on, next minute more people come on, then more people come on, and they're like, "Do I just stand still? Like, well, what do I do?" And to me, the aim of the whole game was to basically just follow the how would you say it? Follow the disruptor. Follow the disruptor mainly, and then you'll be able to, you know, be able to balance it out. I think to me, it seemed like that was like the easiest and smartest thing to do, but no one really took accountability of that, which is like fine. Again, like I think the main thing which not just my class but like the year ones as well, the main thing what we need to do is to cooperate more, so work together and use our imaginations more, and just don't be afraid as well. That's the main thing. Don't be afraid. Like, don't think about, oh, this person's gonna think I'm silly. Don't think that. Just come out of your comfort zone and just perform. So yeah, afterwards we ouch my foot. Afterwards we just walked around to the space, and we walked in different levels. So for example, if I was to be told walk at level 8, it wouldn't be my normal walk. It'll be like fast paced walking. If it's walking at level 1, then there'll be some slow motion walking. And yeah, after that exercise, I think that exercise really taught us about just different levels and like how we would walk. How would this person walk? If I was a, I don't know, like a king, how would I be walking? Stuff like that. I'll get to that in a moment. But yeah, afterwards we got given some cards. So we got given ace, king, queen, jack, joker, and then just like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and all that sort of stuff. So we all each got given a card. Most of the cards represents like how high your standards is. So if you're a king, you gotta walk percent like a king. If you're a queen, you gotta be a queen. If you're a joker, well, I won't say be a joker, but like how would a joker walk? It's the same with king and queen as well. Like how would the king and queen walk or move? How they look at presence. Because like if you're saying for instance you got a card and it's a number 1, for example, one heart, then not gonna be real with you. If you look at a king and you're pleasant and they're a king, would you be holding a long eye contact with them, or would you be like, oh no, like close your body language? Like, would you close your body like you don't want them to see you because you think of yourself as filth? Like there's so many things you can think about. It's just I got given an ace, and with the aces, they're very interesting because you can either have them as a high person, well, as a high or low. So meaning I can either have an ace as a very important person, like an emperor, or have ace as the very lowest, as like a servant. So it was either my choice really, and I chose emperor really because it seemed like a challenge. I was like, you know what, let's go for it. So how I embodied an emperor was I started thinking about how does an emperor walk? What are the things that he wouldn't do? Because you have literally you hold power with like the fist. So I was thinking maybe chest up, of course, head up, and shows that it shows that he's very important. Very, he's got power. I was holding my hand, and there was tension here as well. So like I was ready to strike, so I was holding my sword, and I had a wine bottle or a wine glass or just some sort of red liquid, probably wine. Let's just go with wine, just in my hand. This was at before the party, but because she's Nadia said that okay, imagine you're at a party, what would you do? So before that, I'm just like walk around like this, just playing with the rings on my fingers. I'm just walking around like I owe the place really. I'm walking more in like a straight line, so more indirect. So I remember we did a lesson with this with Liz and Haley where we just walk very indirect, so we walk very straight, so like we know where we're going. So that's how I believe an emperor will walk, just walk very whoop, straight. And yeah, really, I was walking at a level, I'll probably say walking at a level 8. And I kind of like barged through everyone because I'm like, I'm an emperor. I'm not going to be stopping or like waiting for no one because that's not my job as a emperor to not wait for anyone. Then we got told to basically imagine we're at a party. For me, I just stood at the back, just watching over people, and then people did look over me. I'll give them like a stare, like, what are you looking at? You dare look at me? I can have your head for this. Who knows? Then at the end of the day, we lined up and guessed who has the most power. Me and two other people, we stood by each other like, I have more power than you. Of course, we're still in character, but we didn't say anything. Although we did say something, but we were still in character. And to Nadia, she thought of me as more of a emperor compared to the other two because one of them was an emperor, but they appeared more as a king. And one of them was presented as an emperor, but they were actually a king. So we were kind of stuck a bit. So like it got a bit messy, but that's what Nadia was hoping for, is that people will start questioning and be like, you're in my spot, I'm not gonna move, and you can say whatever you like, but I'm not gonna move. It's very interesting, really. Afterwards, we had um, another um, movement exercise where we close our eyes and we have to imagine, just not imagine what, just yeah, actually no, yeah, I'm right. Sorry, imagine that I'm not myself and I'm a different human being or thing or whatever. So Nadia tells us to close our eyes, think about your skeleton, like your muscles. How would this thing move? How would they stand? Where would the senses be? Like, would they leave with their nose? Would they leave with their mouth? Would they leave with their eyes? Like, it was infinite. Infinite? You know what I mean. Anyway, I was an ape. So, with my backstory was that I was an ape that has fallen from outer space because I was recently in a prison, like I was being tortured. So I'm kind of I'm hurt inside. I seem pretty strong on the outside, but the inside I'm kind of hurt. So what I do is my stance are more like crouching, and my hands they're like ready to like strike because I'm so alert of anything. Like I don't trust nothing really. My eyes are wide open, my mouth is wide open, my tongue is out. I think the main senses that are very like is my taste and probably my hearing. So if I hear anything unusual, then I immediately approach towards it. Really, but I think mainly I lead with my taste. Of course, I can't go around and start licking people, but like mentally, I'm like wherever direction my tongue goes, I follow. And then it was pretty fun to be honest because I didn't really think of anyone else. I was kind of in the moment. Really, not kind of. I was really in the moment. I was like, I am now. I'm not Ricardo anymore. I shut my eyes. I was in the void. I just left my body and now I'm this new creature. And it's good if you want to get into like video games because you know in video games they do say for instance, like they want to create like, I don't know, a dragon or just anything, they will have to wear like a suit that has all the little bubbles on them, all like the dots all over their face. And facial expression and movement is really important in this state because they will catch everything. Like if you're I think one of the things which I admire is I think it's the dragon in the Hobbit. I think it's played by Benedict Cumberbatch. Like I've seen his performance and I'm really impressed. Like great actor, honestly. It's yeah, it was like the movement, his facial expressions. That's what I had to do for my. That's what I had to do, but I had to use it as a ape. Well, do that, but I'm a lost ape, and I had to interact with other people as well. And how I interacted with people was more like I was afraid, but also trying to defend myself as well. And then I remember Nadia put something in the middle, and my character went towards it and kind of interacted with it, and it was really fun. Honestly, the lesson was really fun. It was a good starting point if I want to do any like stuff like that about acting in games or performing in games or just anything like that. And movement base is really important. If you want to cast me as like an animal, I got to think about that. Like I know Nadia mentioned something about how she had to play a vulture, and she had to Google online like how the vulture stand, how they sit, and no joke, she had to go like that, like fully bent her back. I feel honestly bad for her back, but yeah. So that was the first lesson. I'm gonna pause it here and do another part, but this is the first part, and yeah, I'll see you in a sec.